Hello, students. Today we will study the Vedic civilization, an important phase of ancient Indian history. This period helped shape India's culture, religious ideas, social structure, and way of life. The Vedic civilization refers to the culture and society that developed in India after the decline of the Harappan civilization. This civilization is called Vedic because our main sources of information are the Vedas. The Vedic age roughly extended from 1500 BCE to 600 BCE, during which early Indian society gradually evolved. The Vedic age is important because many basic features of Indian society developed during this time. Religious beliefs, social organization, education, and political ideas took shape in this period. Even today, many Indian customs and traditions have their roots in the Vedic civilization. The most important literary sources of the Vedic civilization are the four Vedas. The Rig Veda contains hymns in praise of natural gods and gives information about early Vedic life. The Samaveda deals with musical chanting of hymns during religious rituals. The Yajurveda explains rules for sacrifices and ceremonies. The Atharvaveda reflects daily life, beliefs, diseases, and social practices. These texts were preserved through a strong oral tradition. Apart from the Vedas, other texts such as the Brahmans, Aranyakas, and Upanishads are important. The Brahmans explain the meaning of rituals and sacrifices. The Aranyakas were written for sages living in forests and focus on meditation. The Upanishads discuss philosophical ideas like the soul, karma, rebirth, and moksha, showing a shift from rituals to spiritual thinking. Archaeological evidence supports literary sources of the Vedic age. Excavations have revealed painted graveware pottery, iron tools, and settlement remains in the Gangetic Plains. These findings prove that people used iron and practiced agriculture, especially during the later Vedic period. Historians divide the Vedic age into two phases. The early Vedic period lasted from 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE, while the later Vedic period extended from 1000 BCE to 600 BCE. This division helps us understand the gradual changes in society, economy, and political life. During the early Vedic period, people mainly lived a pastoral life. They depended heavily on cattle, which was considered a symbol of wealth and status. Society was tribal in nature, and people lived in small groups. Settlements were mainly found in Punjab and northwestern India, and life was simple and community based. In the later Vedic period, major changes took place. Agriculture became the main occupation, replacing pastoralism. The use of iron tools improved farming and increased production. People moved towards the Ganga plains, leading to permanent villages and more settled life. In early Vedic times, the Rajan acted as the tribal chief. His powers were limited, and he was not an absolute ruler. Assemblies such as the Sabha and Samiti played an important role in decision making. This shows that the political system was simple and participatory. During the later Vedic period, kingship became hereditary and the power of the king increased. Large kingdoms replaced tribal groups. Rituals like Rajsuya and Ashwamedha strengthened the authority of the king. Political power became more centralized and organized. Vedic society was divided into four varnas: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. In the early Vedic period, this system was flexible, but it became rigid in later Vedic times. The status of women declined, and their participation in social and religious life became limited. The economic life of the Vedic people changed over time. In the early Vedic period, the economy was mainly pastoral, based on cattle wealth. In the later Vedic period, agriculture, trade, and crafts became important. The use of iron tools increased productivity and supported economic growth. Early Vedic religion was simple and based on nature worship. People worshipped gods like Indra, Agni, Varuna, and Soma. Later, religion became complex with rituals and sacrifices. Education followed the Gurukul system, where students lived with their teacher and learned through oral teaching and discipline. The Vedic civilization laid the foundation of Indian culture and philosophy. It influenced religion, social structure, education, and political ideas. Many features of Indian civilization today can be traced back to the Vedic age. This completes our lesson on the Vedic civilization. Jai Hind.